Before I get into my questions, I want to play a little bit of a cleanup here on a couple issues. First, Mr. Woodhouse, I want to come to you because I was concerned, Mr. Bean, when he was giving his statements and using his 5 minutes. I was watching you closely, and I was shocked and surprised by the fact that you were rolling your eyes during his commentary, and I clearly viewed you doing that. And I have to say, I was disturbed by that. He was talking about rebuilding trust in the healthcare industry. And here, one of our 5 witnesses were here rolling his eyes at the very things he was trying to engage in on a bona fide, reasonable dispute on differences between your position and ours. And I would just say, I don't think that's helpful to your position, to the things you're trying to advocate for here today. We want to have an honest discussion, and I certainly don't think that Protect Our Care hired you to come to Congress to roll your eyes at a colleague of mine when he is giving you statistics from the Bureau of Labor Statistics that are honest statistics engaged in an honest conversation. So I'd say next time, watch your behavior when you show up in front of Congress.
I don't think I was rolling my eyes at that.
You were, indeed.
I was not rolling my eyes at that. You're way more perceptive than I am if that's what you think. He was talking about increasing hospital prices. That's not my.
I'm talking about your reaction,
my issue.
And you probably
I beg to differ with your perception.
Like Mr.
Maybe
Donnelly
you should be the one to watch your behavior.
Pardon me, sir, but you're here to answer questions from the United States Congress about how to fix the very problem that you continue to advocate for. You want us to double down on the failed policies of the ACA, and I'm amazed that my colleague over here, I'm not asking you a question, you can just hold your tongue for a second. I'm amazed that my colleague would talk about the difference between the $1 trillion and the $50 billion when the $1 trillion's waste, fraud, and abuse. We're talking about people that were not even supposed to be on Medicaid. And you're saying, we want to keep them on the rolls. We want to put more people on the rolls. We want to throw more money at it when only what we're seeing is the price is going up, as my colleague so aptly pointed out. I came here with a set of questions that now I'm going to have a hard time getting to because I can't believe that you're wanting to double down on the very failed policies that the Democrats have been leaning into for years. That even Hakeem Jeffries said a few months ago was a broken healthcare system. And that's what I used with the health insurance companies when they came here a few months ago as well. Because it's amazing to me that we want to keep doubling down on the failed policies. I also want to clarify this because before I get into my questions, I noticed that whenever members of the committee have asked the witnesses here today about why they deserve to be paid more than independent doctors for the exact same service, you all keep saying, quote, it's because we care for sicker patients. But let's make the record clear and accurate. Medicare already adjusts payments based on how sick a patient is, whether they are sick in a hospital or sick in a doctor's office, so that argument does not hold any water. And we're talking about why hospitals get paid more for the same service, for the same sick patients, just because their name is on the door, and that's what this committee will work to fix, to lower costs for all patients across the country. I can tell you, I can attest to this in particular, and again, I probably won't even get to my questions today. It's amazing to me. I understand the issue of site neutrality. I'm from a rural district. I get that there are outlying entities that need to be supported, and a lot of those payments go to help support that at the end of the day. But I also understand that from one year to the next, I went to the same pulmonologist, got the same service in the same location, and from one year to the next, they were required by a hospital system, and all of a sudden I had an enhanced patient fee, a facility fee that I had to pay. Now, I can afford it, but many others cannot. And there's no reason, there's no added expense for that, except the law provides for that. And so that does need to be fixed. And I will also say in my remaining time in the last minute here, that this pain point is not just on you guys, we get it. It's PBMs, it's Medicare Advantage, it's health insurance companies, it's hospitals. It is the whole system, and it's working against the patient in every instance. And I don't get that. Actually, I do get that because it's all about profitability, not just for the hospital systems, but also for the insurance companies, which we hit a few months ago as well. That has to end. The self-serving nature of what we're doing in this industry absolutely must end. You have to do what's right by the patient and not try to exercise strict construction of a statute to go against the spirit of the statute like we're seeing in non-rural medical facilities in the middle of New York City that are claimed to be rural hospitals. It might meet the letter of the law, but it's not the spirit of the law, and the person that loses on that is the patient. And our patience is waning on that. And Mr. Chairman, I would suggest that this committee take a holistic view and rewrite this entire scenario so that we can let the free market determine what's going to happen. We can let patients have more access, more quality care, lower prices, and all of you and all the insurance companies and all the PBMs and all the other entities out there that are gorging profits to the detriment of the patients, you begin to lose and the patients begin to win. With that, I yield back.